Hey everyone, it's Cindy, and I'm a little bit in the dark here because I'm setting a stage for you. I want to talk to you about something that's been really kind of cool that's been going on at nighttime for me, and I want to share it with you so you can do it too. I'd like you to start thinking about giving yourself some space and time every day that's just for you, that's dedicated just for you to talk to the universe, to God, the angels, whoever you want to communicate with as far as a higher energy that is helping you to create the life of your dreams and desires. And only take that time for you. Like sometimes I do that when I go to bed at night. I put on some essential oils and I spray my aura. So like I'll commonly use these, which are so amazing. My friend and angel artist, awesome angel artist, Alma Young, creates these, and I'll put the link below because they're so powerful. She really channels angels big time into her products. But and I will I'll put the oils on and I'll put it on, to smell it, and then just put it in my aura, and then I'll spray the aura spray around me, and I'll spray it in my bed, and I'll get into bed, and that is just like my sacred time. And a lot of times I'll put on music to, just like kind of take me there, and maybe I will put some music that I commonly listen to in the background of this video. Oh, but maybe not, because they will probably not let me publish it in all countries, so I won't go there. So anyway, I just lay down and I take some deep breaths, and if anybody comes into my consciousness, like friends or just students or anything other than me, I say, this time is my time. No. And I cut the cords and I send people off, because a lot of times when somebody's coming to your mind, it's usually because they're thinking of you and you pick up on it. That's really, really common. But you just have to, set your boundaries. This is my time. If anything else comes into your head, a worry or a situation or a memory from the past, no, this is my time. This is my time. And just be there for yourself in that moment, for you. So, one thing that's a really good idea that I've been doing, and I would say for you to do too. First of all, if you have not liked my public figure page on Facebook, that's Cindy Eiler Life Mastery. So it's facebook.com/Cindy Eiler Life Mastery. Like my public figure page, because it is going to be all about forward thinkers, people who are ready for the new world, ready to create a place that is much more in alignment with who they are, and get out of this one that we've created and go to a much better place. But anyway, check that out. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because I actually suggested this yesterday on one of the postings that I put on there. When you go to bed at night, think of something that you really want to experience in your life. I don't even want to say something you want to manifest, because when you say something you want to manifest, that means that you are coming from a place of feeling that you don't have it. Now, we are all part of the highest power. We all come from the divine. We are all made from God or universe or whatever you call your higher power. We all have that in us. So that means that highest power is all that is. That highest power, God, universe, Allah, whatever you consider your highest power, is in everything in the world, in the universe, everything. It's in everything, including us. So if we are a part of that highest power, that means we also are in everything, meaning every single thing is attainable to us. We just have to remember that. We just have to shed limiting beliefs about ourselves and know that if somebody else has something, that we definitely can have it too. And this is like one thing for me, like when, say one of my students writes to me and says, oh my gosh, it's so great, I'm getting all this business, or, whatever it is, she's just finding a lot of abundance, like she manifested something that she was really wanting in her experience, and it doesn't even matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. But I might be like down in the dumps, like, where's my stuff, and then I get this email about, somebody really getting their stuff, and I'm like, whenever I get something like that, I celebrate it, because that means that if somebody else is getting their manifestations, that means that mine are on the way too, because we are all part of each other. So you really, really have no room for jealousy or envy or why not me? Why can't I? Everybody else, get out of that, because it ain't helping you. When celebrate other people's successes, celebrate it, because when you celebrate other people's successes, you are celebrating your own success. Okay, you really have to be happy about everybody else's happinesses and successes. Okay, so when you go to bed, just like have something in mind that you want to experience in your life. So so the other night I did that, and I was thinking, okay, I'm ready to take another step up, much higher levels in my business. So I was like, okay, without any judgment of where I think I am or how I think I'm doing, it doesn't matter. I just was asking God, thank you, God, for showing me how to get from where I am right now to where I see myself really being right now. I see myself being there. So I just don't quite know how to get there. And I'm just doing this as just a visual, like how to get from A to B. How do I make that step? How does that happen? How do I feel that? When you feel something, when you have the energy of that feeling, then you can easily get there. So I was saying, thank you, God, for showing me what it feels like to be in this place that I'm ready to experience now. How do I get from feeling where I am to feeling this experience? And not labeling one better than another. They're actually both experiences. They're both good experiences. Where I am right now is a great experience, and where I want to experience next is a great experience. It's not even one's lower or higher. It isn't. It's just two different types of experiences. So first of all, that's one thing to remember. Don't make something feel unattainable, like it's out of your reach or too high. I'm getting insight right now as I'm talking to you. So you guys are getting angel messages or messages from God right now. So don't go from here to here. It's this experience to this experience. They're the same thing, just a different experience. So make it reachable, make it attainable. Just like the angels say, don't put angels or God on a pedestal. When you put them on a pedestal, it's more unreachable to you. Think of them as your friend, your best friend, right there, right with you. So you just this is your experience now, and you want to try another experience. So make it very easy. So when I was doing that, I was just thanking God for showing me, and I fell asleep. So when I went to sleep, I had a dream that I remembered. The next morning I woke up and I was like in this really deep, deep sleep, and I had this dream. And it was like an old boyfriend that was so weird. Like I was married now, but I had this old boyfriend that came back in my life, and it was somebody that I was really in love with back in the day. And that we were, I'm not going to tell the whole dream, but it was all really weird. There was a lot of weird stuff that we were really happy to be together and see each other, and I was showing him stuff, and there were a lot of rooms that I was taking him in and showing him, And like we were getting married, but I was already married, so I guess I was just gonna, get a divorce and marry him. I don't know. And then I was like in this another section of the house, and it looked like a storefront. So there was like all glass in the front. And somebody came in and goes, why would you want this for your bedroom? Anybody could see you and just walk in here. It's like a store. It's like an open area. It's not like a house or something. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't like even affected by it. I was like, oh, well, my room's over there. Nobody can see in there. And I don't know. Nobody's walking in here and crossing my boundaries or coming into my space. It really didn't matter to me. But that part of the dream really stood out. And then there was a part where he said he wasn't going to marry me. And that just, was like, he just was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to stay free. And I'm like, what? You're not going to marry me? Well, I'm not going to be with you. And it was like not a fight. It was just like, I'm not going to be with you then if you're not going to marry me. And then we kept going on with whatever we were doing. It was like no big deal. He said something, I said something. We just kept going on, having a nice time doing whatever we were doing. And then the dream progressed and other weird stuff happened. So anyway, it was just a really, really weird dream. It seemed really long. And I woke up and I remembered, I was like, oh my gosh, what was that about? And why was I dreaming about him? And that was really weird. And so I start deciphering my dream. I start looking at my dream and interpreting it and noticing that I was taking him to a lot of rooms. Well, first of all, why was he in it? Okay, I loved that guy. I would have to stay out of, all my relationships, I loved them, but this guy, I was really had something, okay? And all of these rooms, when you're thinking about all these rooms, that could be a lot of different areas of your life, a lot of different aspects of your life or levels of your life. Then the other room where it was all glass and anybody could come in, it was like that being exposed thing that anybody could see what you were doing. And I wasn't bothered by it at all, and nobody was really crossing those boundaries, so that was not a big deal. And the thing about him saying he wasn't going to get married, but I wasn't affected by it. I was just like, well, then I'm just not going to be with you because that's what I want. And that was that. It was very matter of fact. And some other things that happened. So I was like, okay, but what does it all mean? What does it all mean? And then the day went by and I was asking the angels to help me to get the messages to what it all meant. And what I got from it was that he really brought into my life my feelings of unworthiness and not being able to trust. And somebody that can love you so much, because definitely there was such a strong love bond between both of us, and he felt the same way too, but who knows, whatever reasons people do whatever they do. It was mutual when we broke up, so it wasn't like he dumped me or anything, but it was like, and it was really a long time ago, like I was a kid, like I don't even know how, in my 20s, early 20s. But it was like, what did I really need to know about this, that I was truly in love with him. And that's really when I really started, I felt unworthy. And I felt that lack, that untrusting after giving everything and all that. So I was realizing what God was showing me was the difference between that experience that I'm experiencing and this experience. The issue is the unworthiness and the trust that I'm worthy and that I can trust that I can get there, that I can do it. So I really got these messages about where the difference is and what I needed to work on for these energies. But it wasn't that I needed to work on it. What happened was during my dream state, God shifted it for me, shifted it out. But yet I call God he, it's not a he or a she, it's an energy. But God was also giving me the message on what it was because I was asking. So that was pretty cool. So then the next night I did it again and I was asking for the same exact thing. Again, this experience to this experience. And I had the weirdest dream. And again, it was another guy that I was married to. I was married to some guy that I don't even recognize. I don't know who he was. And there was a lot, this time instead of rooms, there was a lot of boxes. And people going in my boxes, like students and stuff, and pulling stuff out. And I was like, why don't they just leave my stuff in my boxes? Because it's like getting to be a mess and try to keep everything in order. And so that tells you something right there. And that then I don't know, he went off somewhere, and I asked him when he came back, where did you go? And he didn't want to tell me, and it was really no big deal. He just didn't want to tell me. And then somehow I ended up with his parents going to some restaurant, and I was thinking, this restaurant's too expensive. You know, you don't have to go to this restaurant. And then this whole bathroom scenario where the toilet and the toilet paper and everything was way too big and too high, and I couldn't reach it. And it was just like really strange dreams, like crazy dreams, really. Really, I'm not even telling you all the crazy stuff that was involved in those dreams. Viagra and light bulbs at the end of the hair. I mean, really weird, but I'm still deciphering it. But what I've learned from that dream was like, I was very calm through all of it. Like I was, it was not, in both of those dreams, I was actually very calm and very cool. And, there's different things. Trust came up again. Trust came up in that dream. But before I went out to do my errands today, I was pulling a card from the Earth Magic deck. And I said, tell me what I need to know about this dream, because I really don't know. It was very strange. I'm still figuring it out. And what I'll do is tonight, when I go to my alone time again, I will lay down and review that dream. And that's what I did last night with the other dream of the old boyfriend. I said, okay, let's figure out this dream. And I laid down and I said, okay, I know this about this guy. I know this. And that's how I was really figuring out what that dream was about. So tonight I'll do that again with this other dream. But I was pulling a card and I said, tell me about what I need to know about this dream, because that was crazy and I really don't know the whole thing about it. And I pulled a card and it was completion. And I was like, yes. So I really, really, really believe that if you talk to God before you go to sleep, that you can really work through whatever it is that's blocking you from having another experience that you want, or bringing something into your life, whatever it is. Talk to God and ask God, how can I get from here to there? And not what's blocking me. Don't say like what's blocking me, because then when you say what's blocking me, you're putting a block. For the longest time, I used to tell Archangel Michael, move the blocks that are in the way, or what's blocking me. And finally, after many years, he said, stop asking me what's blocking you, because every time you do that, I have to put a block there because you think there's one. And I was like, well, dang, you could have told me that 20 years ago. I've been doing that all this time. So don't ask what's blocking you. Just say, how do I get from this experience to that experience? Okay, and make them both an equal experience. Not one is better than the other. They're just different. And sometimes you're ready for one and not for the other, but I'm ready for this experience, and how can I get from this experience that I'm in now to this experience? So keep it level. And just thank God for showing you how to do that. And then see if you remember your dreams. And if you don't worry about it, because it's still being worked on in the dream state. It's wonderful to be able to work through your stuff through dream state. And I really believe, I've been so tired and I've been sleeping so many extra hours in the last month, really. It's ridiculous how much I'm sleeping. But this morning I was feeling bad, like I was sleeping, but my consciousness was still awake, and it was saying get up, like, you're sleeping too much. You're spending too much time sleeping. Get up. Like I could keep feeling myself doing that, but then I was getting the message. It's okay. Keep sleeping. You need to keep sleeping. And I really feel like that during my dream state, I am releasing so big time. So I am honoring myself. I am sleeping as much as I really want to. And this morning when I finally decided I needed to get up, I opened my eyes and I looked towards the window, and the blinds were open just enough that I could see. And all I saw was these two clouds, and they looked like giant tops of angel wings. And I was like, what? No way. And I know it was the angels saying, it is okay. You're releasing in your dream state. You're able to release on deeper and faster levels, and we're really working to shift you right now. So take that time. So you know what? Honor yourself. If you're feeling that you need more downtime, give yourself more downtime, because an amazing amounts of things happen when we're sleeping. Sleeping is only for our body. Our souls are wide awake at night, and they are traveling, and they're doing work in other dimensions. And in this case, right now, I'm working on my own stuff in my sleep. So, and you're multidimensional, so you could be doing a lot of different things at a lot of different times in your sleep. So honor yourself and give your time give yourself that space if you're feeling guided to do that. But anyway, dreams. See what they are. Don't take it for face value. Just interpret, like the things that really caught your attention the most in the dream, like something you said or something that happened. One thing in that first dream, it was weird because at one point, I don't know if it was still him or it went on to something else, but I was like in this car with this other guy, and he was, it could have been the same guy, I don't even remember. But the point was, we were getting in this car and like we were stealing these cars. I wasn't, he was, and I was just like riding with him. And I can remember it was so weird because the whole time I kept thinking during the dream, he's going to get caught. And it's okay, like I wasn't worried about it whatsoever. In fact, I was waiting for him to get caught and so it could just be done. But you know, in normal life, if you were in the car, you would get in trouble too. But during the dream, I totally didn't feel unsafe at all. I was just like, okay, he's gonna get caught doing this and whatever. And I never got to that point of the dream where he got caught. But what stood out for me on that was I felt completely safe. So usually my dreams are very either scary or fearful and not good. I really don't have a lot of good dreams. Once in a while I have a good dream. But a lot of times they're really scary and stuff. But these last dreams, I have not been afraid or anything. I haven't been angry. I've just like whatever it is. And I've been very openly expressing myself and being okay with that. So it's really showing me a lot of growth that I've reached myself. So do this thing, do it. It's awesome. See where it takes you. And for sure, it's giving God and the angels permission to clear stuff out of your way so you can have that other experience you're looking for. And the good thing about doing it before you go to sleep is when you go to sleep, you have the very least resistance. So they are able to do big time work on you when you're sleeping. So it's the perfect time to do it. So remember, take some me time every night and don't let anything else cross into that space. It's just you time, between you and God, you and the universe. And start thanking the universe for showing you how to get from your current experience to this other experience. And then let the universe take that away to your dream state and check out those dreams. All right, everyone. I hope you found that interesting. Got my candle. Oh, and before I go to sleep, I've been using, this is so powerful. She makes a lot of different archangel blends, but this is a very special one. So I'm going to put the link below that if you want to contact her, just tell her Cindy has a amazing oil that she doesn't know the name of, and she will know what it is because she knows I'm like her #1 fan with this. But I also use that, and I use Moldavite oil because Moldavite takes you out there and whoo, it really takes you flying. And then just some nice angel mist to uplift your spirits. It's awesome. Okay, you guys, take care. Signing out. Friend me on Facebook, Cindy Eiler. Subscribe to these videos. Like the video on the YouTube page, not on the Facebook page, on the YouTube page. Please like the video on the YouTube page and put comments on the YouTube page, and I will try to get back to you if you have any questions. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.